Somalia's capital, Mogadishu, has been a battleground for more than 20 years. First, there was the on-again, off-again civil war, and for the past 4 years, the Islamic extremist group Shabaab has held the country hostage. But just 2 weeks ago, Shabaab quietly withdrew from the capital, Mogadishu, offering its inhabitants the first glimmer of hope of reclaiming their previous lives. The ABC's Africa correspondent Ginny Stein travelled to Mogadishu to file this report, and a warning, it also contains some disturbing images.
Mogadishu's front line is slowly being reclaimed. The symbolic heart of the nation, Tarabunka Square, is now back in government hands.
Where we are today is where all the celebrations used to take place. This place is called Tarabunka. It is the symbol of our statehood. People used to sit on those steps and the soldiers would parade over there.
After years of terror, Islamic militants Shabaab pulled out of the city. It is the main market in Mogadishu where the final battle was waged. Government forces were too frightened to enter. Instead, they squeezed it shut, cutting off Shabaab's main source of revenue. This is the main market area, not just for Mogadishu, but for the whole of the country. For about 4 years, Shabaab reigned supreme here. But what we saw in the last few months is that it was effectively shut down. The country was about to collapse. Faced with the prospect of losing control, Shabaab retreated out of here. A retreat so unexpected and successful, they were gone almost before anyone, including the African forces fighting them, actually noticed.
This has created more security, it has widened space for the delivery of humanitarian aid, and I think the country is getting more peaceful now.
For the 2 million inhabitants of this city, Shabaab's departure represents a chance to claim back both their lives and their property. But the government is warning caution of possible landmines and unexploded weapons.
Most of the areas that the Shabaab were in control, eventually people will go back to their homes.
They're going back now, aren't they?
Yeah, some of them may be going back, but our policy is to secure the area first.
They're not letting you in. I know, so they're not letting you in.
Raha Janakwal is the head of the largest local aid agency in Somalia. The agency's offices and her home were taken over by foreign fighters. This school, which Australian funds helped create, has all but been destroyed.
I can say destroyed by Shabaab because they are the ones who come inside, because we were always trying not to go anyone upstairs to fight. But there is something that we don't have control on it, so they come inside.
Returning to her own home for the first time is confronting.
Yeah, I'm really happy to come back and to get my house back. So I'm a little bit excited, nervous, happy.
A lot.
A lot, yeah.
From the rubble, she finds a few family photos, but that's all.
This is my 2 children.
The reality of a lost life hits hard.
I'm really emotional, so I don't know what to say. But, you know, to be houseless is another life, yeah.
I'm sorry, Raha.
Yeah.
Shabaab's retreat from the city has given Somalia a chance to move down a different path. But this remains a nervous nation. On this occasion, a misfired shot resulted in a shootout. Somalia's future remains perilous. Ginny Stein, Late Line.